We always talk about summer flying by, BNBL flies by too.
This is usually the most competitive game on the girls' side.
Watching the two teams warm up, it seems that they match up pretty well.
Straight to the basket. Nice. What a finish from Melvin Cuevas.
Big turnaround pass. Come back, hit a three, get a three-point game.
Nice up and under move. Basket and the foul. Howard quickly down the other end. Going to try for a dunk, and he puts it home. The Showstoppers win the 2019 BNBL championship. Hello, Boston. Welcome to the Tobin Community Center in Mission Hill for a boys 15 and under matchup in the Boston Neighborhood Basketball League, as tonight Mission takes on the Lee School. Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Flaherty, as always, joined by my partner, Alan Platt. And Alan, we're back at the Tobin Community Center in Mission Hill. This is one of the most popular sites in the Boston Neighborhood Basketball League. The first time, our opening week, we were here for the boys 18 and under. Now we're here for the boys 15 and under. And although it's a younger division, this is always a fun division because it's kind of a preview of the high school basketball we see over the next couple of years.
15-year-olds already played in high school as freshmen.
That's right.
Others are going into high school who might be younger, either 14 or 13. So sure. You're right. It's a nice mix of some, you can't say veteran, but experienced talent against just younger kids who are just trying to get their feet wet.
No question. We're going to see a lot of kids in this one that I think, maybe even think they should be playing in the 18 and under division because of their talent level and how much basketball experience, like you mentioned, they have.
But I think what makes this a game like this matchup interesting, you have two very long-standing coaches.
That's right.
Lee School, Eric Bradshaw's been doing it for a lot of years. And of course, Chuck over here at Mission has been doing it even more years. So the fact that they've had different groups of players every summer, they know exactly how to adjust well. As a matter of fact, Chuck's team is 7-0, coming into this game. So some size against some quickness should be a good matchup.
No question. Mission, always one of the top teams in the Lee School, same thing. Always one of the top teams in BNBL. For now, more on this game, we're going to go to our sideline reporter, Seth Arensky, who's got an update for us. Seth, what do you have?
Guys, I had a chance to talk to Lee School head coach Eric Bradshaw before the game. His team has just 2 losses this season. One of them was against Mission. In that loss, he said his team got outplayed pretty badly, and he needs to see improvement in 2 areas. First, on defense, there was too much standing around, too many easy jump shots. He wants to see his team pick it up, move a lot more on defense, make it tougher on this Mission team. The other side is rebounding. They did okay on the boards, but they had too many turnovers, whether it was trying to get the ball out in transition or just getting it ripped away. They need to be stronger with the ball on the boards. That'll give them some more possessions and make it a little bit more difficult on this undefeated Mission side. Guys?
Seth, thanks very much. And, we think about this as a summer rec league, but these coaches are into it. They know what these teams struggle with. They know what these teams need to do better on out of the court.
They're very competitive, like you mentioned, the coaches, and that definitely carries over to their players. I mean, Eric Bradshaw at Lee School is known for having physically defensive teams. So if that wasn't happening in the first game, I think we'll definitely see it in this one.
No question. It's Lee School taking on Mission. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the opening tap here from the Tobin Community Center right after these words. Don't go away.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm going to miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back to the Tobin Community Center in Mission Hill for a matchup in the boys 15 and under Boston Neighborhood Basketball League. It's Mission taking on that squad, the Lee School. Alan, you mentioned the experience of all the coaches, or at least the two coaches in this matchup. And then you see Chuck Davis right there with his Mission team. And then on the other side, we just saw Eric Bradshaw with the Lee School. So Mission, as usual, in the red.
Right.
And then this one, as usual, Lee School in the light blue. And we're just about set to go here at the Tobin.
Yeah, I really want to see how Eric's team comes out defensively. Steph made a couple of good points that I've known Eric Bradshaw for many years, and nothing frustrates him more than a team, regardless of the age, it's a team that's just not playing good defense. So won't be surprised to see an aggressive team starting out the game.
We also heard from Chuck Davis with the 18 and under game. He was not happy with his team's defense either. So both these coaches will get on their teams about not playing defense and not rebounding.
That was a fun game we did a few weeks ago. That went all the way down to the wire, wins to overtime. That's right. And really
that was
good
a great game.
Yeah.
We hope this one will possibly live up to that one as we're back at the same facility. But like we said, 15 and under. It's the Mission in the red taking on Lee School in the light blue. We are just about set to go here at the Tobin Community Center. Number 7, Jalen Harrell, ready to tap it for the Mission squad.
Couple of veteran referees, Billy Owens getting ready to throw the ball up, and Mike Smoot, his partner tonight.
And Mission controls the opening tap. As Alan mentioned, Mission 7-0 on the season. 3-ball on the way for Mission, and nothing but nylon on that first shot attempt. And that was Jalen Harrell knocking down the 3.
Talk about confidence factors. Sometimes you have a situation where Mission won the first matchup, but of course you have the revenge factor with Lee School.
That was a nice looking lay down there for Lee School. Osa Idada was not able to convert underneath, but Lee School hangs on to the possession.
Like a 2-1-2 zone in the half court set for Mission.
Another good swing from Lee School. That 3 off the mark that time. Rebound comes out of Mission's Ty Tabalis. Mid-range jumper off the mark that time. Idada comes away with a rebound for Lee School. Another pull-up jumper off the mark that time for Lee School. Idada chasing after the rebound, but that's going to be
a little contact. That'll be
foul
on that one.
Yeah, the big fella. Aggressive foul.
We talked about defense before, but both teams like to push the ball on offense. So at different times, you'll have the makings of a track meet on offense. Usually means a lot more shots go up for both teams.
Harrell thought about a 3, almost threw it away. It's Cameron Haley now with the basketball, going back to Harrell. Fires up another 3, that one no good. Putback is good.
Yeah.
However, for Mission, that's Jay Jones.
Yeah, there's too many holes in the defense for Lee School the first couple of times down.
Almost an airmail pass, but
the one player on the floor who could have got it, right?
Yeah, right. AJ, very long player for Lee School, was able to hang on. Idada can't bank it off the backboard, but a good offensive rebound, and that's going to be a jump ball. But getting in there fighting is Nate Rateau. Not the biggest guy on the floor, but hustled for that rebound. AJ Dibanasta, no good on that shot. Mission all over the floor right now, chasing after the loose ball. Jones is able to corral it, and it's another jump ball.
This time we go to Mission. Tell you, the intensity from the first couple of minutes looks like it's going to be a fun game.
We know these two programs have been two of the top programs in BNBL, so they know they've played each other in the finals the past few years. They've probably played each other at the 13 and under level, maybe in the finals or in some playoff games.
And we're only 2 weeks away from playoffs starting, so
right.
They know it's time to, since the regular season is winding down, so being in August, they want to get themselves as ready as possible for playoffs.
First free throw is knocked down by Cameron Haley. Knocks down the second free throw. So a 7-0 run to start the game here for Mission. See if Lee School can get off the scoring schneid. Nice little runner that time off with the left hand, Habab Hussein.
You asked and you received, right?
Good looking play there for the young man from Latin Academy.
They're staying in this zone, which is going to give those baseline threes, like that one just will missed overshot.
My apologies on that last basket. That was James Robinson with that nice move, and then Osasa Idadu, the big fellow, with a nifty move to the bucket. 4 quick points now for Lee School.
Actually, Lee School now has switched to like a 1-3-1.
Harrell couldn't get the putback to go. Lee School finally cleans it up. They come back down the other end. Idada, 3-ball, again off the mark that time. AJ can't get the putback to go. Harrell comes away with the rebound for Mission.
The travel there.
Yep. Jamari Antoine.
Yeah, so far Mission in maroon is doing a slightly better job in the half-court offense against the Lee School zone. The Lee School kids just have to settle down a bit.
Nice block inside that time by AJ. Idada gonna fire up another 3. Buries it.
That one. He was taking a lot of those in the warm-ups. Okay.
Lee School comes back off the turnover. That 3-ball off the mark that time. Idada comes away with the offensive rebound. Lee School on top, 10-9 over Mission. 3-pointer again. That one knocked down by Mission's Jamari Antoine.
It's plugged in. Yes, it. Okay. Yeah.
So Lee School now trailing by 2 after that nice run they just had. Basically a 10-2 run after being down 7-0. Another 3-ball. That one off the mark. Putback is good that time. And that's again the big fella, Aniset Dibanasta. They call him AJ.
We'll call him AJ.
We'll call him AJ for most of this game as
That'll
well.
help. It looks like he's going to get the ball a lot.
We're going to be calling his name a lot tonight. from the likes of it.
Just like that, 12-12. You see the little spin on the ball, get that English off the backboard. Chance for Lee School to take their first lead.
Diamond is able to knock down the free throw to complete the and one. Tied up at 12, or rather it's a 13-12 lead here for Lee School. 8 minutes gone by here in the first half.
Nice steal.
Nice lead pass all the way up to Nate Rateau.
Yeah, good use of the left hand
able to
on
convert
that to avoid the block.
Nice drive that time by the big fella.
Nice finish. He's able to split the defenders, leave them standing.
Jalen Harrell with that layup and the steal that time by Edric Lasaint. And that time Lasaint with an over-the-back foul.
Yeah, Edric Lasaint. Yeah, we talked about the energy for both teams. It's clear that the benches are going to play a big role in this one, because with this kind of pace, we've only played 11 minutes and get a bunch of tired players on both sides.
So we get a timeout here with 7:09 left to go in the first half. Lee School on top of Mission, 15-14. And it looks like our sideline reporter Seth Aretsky's got an update. Seth, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Chuck Davis and his Mission team is famous for having so many stats about every single player, and then the team stats. And the thing that jumps out to me with this 7-0 team is their ability with clock management, an A++. Chuck Davis just doesn't give those out. But Cameron Haley, his point guard, is not only a natural leader, according to the coaching staff, but also has a really high basketball IQ. And in a game like that, they might need it, as they're actually in a dogfight for one of the few times this season. Guys?
Seth, thanks so much. And yeah, Chuck Davis, we've talked about before, very organized. He's always got a roster for us, printed out. He's got the stats.
He types the stuff up for us.
Oh, it's great. It's like being at a college game, having all the info that Chuck is able to give us. And, you know, one thing I think that Seth mentioned about the stats, too, he doesn't put, like, how many points the kids have scored. It's all about rebounds, assists,
and his
steals,
mind, the important
blocks.
stats. Right.
Exactly.
Usually the hustle stats.
That's right.
That's hustle and energy.
Of course, all the kids are like, but Coach, how many points did I score?
Yeah. he just tells them, I know you know that already. So
yeah.
No reason to put it down.
We know you tally it in your mind throughout the game. Coming out of the timeout, 1 point lead for Lee School. That shot short that time for Lee School. Rebound comes down to Mission. That's Cam Haley. And we got a backcourt violation on Mission.
Yeah, you got the Celtics logo center court. So a lot of times, since there's no line through the logo, you can misjudge. That's what happened there.
It's just interesting. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often with the big logos that all the courts have now. And then in the NBA they have these different designs all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oregon's got a forest on their floor.
That's why they get the tree. They get the trees logo.
Good steal that time by the Lee School, coming back down the other end, and
good defense, good hustle coming back.
Yeah, that's Haley again with a smart foul on the fast break.
Yeah, Cameron Haley making up for that turnover.
I believe that's Jamari Robinson.
On the right, he's going to hustle back to get a hand on the ball to prevent the layup, rather.
That's Desmond Bellot at the free throw line, knocks down the first. Two for two from the free throw line is Bellot. Corner three is buried that time
like
for Mission.
The corner threes for both teams, if they stay in these zones, those shots are going to be open pretty much the whole game. That was Benjamin hit that last three for Lee School.
AJ no good on the deep three. Tough rebound on the inside for Lassant. Back comes Mission. Harold tries to kick it out to Dabalas, who just knocked down that three. Toussaint trying to drive baseline, and he's fouled on the floor.
Well, it's clear that the offenses for both teams are going to have to be able to maneuver their way through these zones. Mission started out with a bit of an edge in the beginning, but now it's closed up as Lee School's finally got the scoreboard in there. Got 17 tie. Might come down to which team decides to go man-to-man at some point in the game. Try to take away some of these open shots.
Corner three, buried that time from AJ.
Like I said, both ends of the court, the corner three is going to be wide open.
Another three from AJ, 2 for 2 from behind the arc.
Talk about get the stroke going, right?
There you go. 2 straight threes for the big fella. 9 points and 4 rebounds for AJ. Gives Lee School a 6-point lead. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the half. Nice drive that time, and it's a foul inside on Lassant.
I'd say the pace of this game is pretty amazing. But again, like you said in the beginning, Pat, you got Mission and Maroon 7-0, undefeated so far, whereas Lee School has 2 losses.
That's Nate Rateau at the free throw line.
Good on the replay, nice strong drive to the basket.
Rateau knocks down the second. Both teams 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
It's funny how that goes because in the 18 of the game, the older kids, we had all kinds of trouble with the free throws.
Oh, that's right.
And here we are, the younger players just knocking them down.
Beautiful lay down inside to Harold.
Yeah, there have been a few breakdowns in the Lee School zone, sort of overcommitting.
That stops an 8-0 run there for Lee School. 3 ball on the way and off the back rim that time from Kyle Benjamin. Foul on the inside, I believe, on AJ.
Yeah, AJ actually had good defensive position, but again, made that crucial mistake of swinging the arm to attempt the block shot. A lot of times, if you just go straight up, even if there is some contact, you may not get the foul. You watch this here, you watch on the right of your screen. You'll see as the drive comes up, AJ under the hoop, went up and swung at the ball. That pretty much always is going to draw the foul.
Cameron Haley knocks down the free throw. Haley 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Now 4 for 4 overall. Another timeout here, 1:16 left to go before the half, and you got a 25-21 game here, and you see it since in both coaches, you know, Lee School just had a nice run, extended the lead a little bit. Mission now comes right back, so this last minute.
Threes by AJ gave him a 6-point lead, like
that's
you
right.
said, they're right back in it. I mean, this is the kind of game it's going to be. I really think it's going to come down to whether one of the coaches decides to change up the half-court defense, because both teams are getting wide open shots.
Yeah, you see Eric Bradshaw right there. Sounds like he's talking about defense, the way he's standing, about how they had some breakdowns, like you mentioned.
I can understand being in the zone, but there have been just a lot of empty spaces, a lot of holes that Mission has found and got some open shots.
Coming out of the timeout, 25-21 lead for Lee School with 1:16 left to go in the first half here at the Tobin Community Center for the boys Boston Neighborhood Basketball League 15 and under division.
He's trying to set up that three-pointer from the wing.
AJ, top of the key, off the back iron. Nice putback. All right, he wasn't able to get it to go. Benjamin, another putback attempt that time.
2 offensive rebounds for Lee School.
That's
It
going to be
started out
Nate
with Benjamin had a good shot. Couldn't get it, but he kept the ball alive for his teammates. That's the second offensive rebound. Yeah.
So Bellot misses the first free throw of the game.
First miss.
Knocks down the second. Got another timeout here, 39 seconds left to go in the half. 5-point lead for Lee School.
Yeah, I guess you can't carry him over in BNBL, so Eric's just going to make sure he uses him.
Yeah, it makes sense with how close the game is right now. You're going to play sort of possession by possession.
It could come down to that. You're right. I mean, this entire game could be within 5 points or less.
And we saw how quickly the game swung when AJ knocked down those 2 threes. If Lee School, has a good defensive stand here, comes down, buries a three, stretches the lead to 8 instead of being only up 5 or even 3 after this possession. Could be a big swing here before the half.
Put some token pressure on the ball, but there.
Nice runner that time. That doesn't fall for Mission. Idata with the rebound. Bellot thought about a 3. Nifty drive that time, and nothing to show for it. Here comes Mission. And they were not able to get a shot off before the buzzer. So at the half here at the Tobin Community Center, it's the Lee School on top of Mission, 26-21. And we saw a really nice run, like you mentioned, Alan, towards the latter part of the first half where Lee School was able to get a couple of stops, come down, knock down a couple of threes, and that really sort of changed the complexion of this first half.
I'd say I was a little surprised to see both teams come out in zones, but they did. Mission started out 7-0 as Lee School just couldn't really navigate it was like a 2-3 for Mission. Finally, when they started getting going, hitting some three-pointers, gave them the lead. And like you just said, they could have been up more, but they got the opportunity. Sometimes they just don't fall.
No question. Now our sideline reporter, Seth Orentz, is going to be talking to one of the coaches. That's Eric Bradshaw of the Lee School. So Seth, take it away.
Joined by Lee School head coach Eric Bradshaw. Eric, the last time they blew you out, this time you said you needed to play with more heart, and I think we've really seen it on the boards. What have you seen out of your group rebounding together and also being just more aggressive on the offensive glass?
I just wanted more today. Last time we was embarrassed. Credit to Mission, It's a rival we've been having for over 40 years. So I just told my kids we got to compete today and play defense and dig hard, and we have, and it's working out for us.
You guys got off to a slow start, and then you started attacking the glass not only offensively, but also driving to the basket, getting some fouls on that. How much did that help when that kind of opened up your three-pointers later in the half, but to actually just find that first bucket?
Yeah, it's really important because that way now they got to suck in. Our big men can get a putback or easy layup, but when we attack the ball hard with Nate and Harlem and even AJ and when we attack it, just makes them have to come inside. We're a little bit bigger, but we got to play strong. We just can't be strong. We got to be tall, but play strong.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Guys, take it away.
Seth, thanks so much. And that, Coach Bradshaw just mentioned it. The fact that they were sort of embarrassed the first time these two teams met up is a huge motivating factor in the second game.
They got blown out. It's the first time. Eric, I talked to him a couple of minutes before the game. He was straight up front. He just said, listen, that's the kind of game the coach can't really do anything. Very little effort. And Mission, he gave them all the credit in the world. They were just more ready to play, more excited about the matchup, and took advantage.
Well, Lee School definitely responding well in that first half with a 5-point lead as we're just about ready to start the second half. As we mentioned, Mission 7-0 on the season, certainly one of the favorites as we get closer and closer to the BNBL playoffs, as next week will be the last week of the regular season. We're still waiting on word of when the BNBL championships will be, but they're not too far away. Just a couple of weeks. Three ball on the way for Lee School, and that one stuck at the rim.
So we go back to Mission.
That'll go back to Mission after the miss by Jamari Robinson.
Yeah, both teams staying in their zones. This time it's like a 1-2-2 for Lee School.
Pass
trying to get those long arms from DJ in the middle.
Haley still hanging tough, tries a runner, gets it to go.
I think it's going to be on the floor.
Yeah, they did call it on the floor, you're right.
You see the drive.
There's the shot. Foul. That's actually a good call by Billy Owens.
Oh, he was... I think also had an idea of trying to get a dunk on that fast break if he could have completed that steal, but instead actually hit Tabales in the back of the head. So that foul gives the ball back to Mission. Eric's right. I mean, he was telling Seth he's seen a lot more energy clearly this game with his team. Nice fake.
Nice looking move that time by Lassant, was not able to convert. Harrell on the putback, and he's fouled on the inside.
I think that came from behind. Yeah, it's on Ratera. Yeah. The watch from behind, number 3 for Blue, you'll see. Yeah, there you go. Free throws. For most of the first half, they were making all the free throws, but now we're seeing some splitting them up one out of 2. 4-point game.
Yeah, Harrell knocks down the second.
Yeah, that's the wing shot's going to be open, and also the deep baseline 3. That one right there.
Idada short on the 3, gets his own rebound, drives to the bucket.
Oh, nice move, nice move.
And Eric Bradshaw's going to say, just drive to the basket, big fella. You don't need to take those threes.
But of course, Idada will say, but I'm wide open. I got to take it.
Nice feed to Harrell inside, who converts strongly. Nice play that time. Got the steal and tapped it off the Lee School player. That's tied to Ballas
The
with the hustle
defense
play.
that time to make that happen. 4-point game.
Sant inside, scores off the window.
Again, you drive into the lane. Something's good going to happen as long as you keep your eyes open for a teammate.
Inside of the big fellow who converts. It's Idata
again. He's moving that big body along that baseline.
Idata with 12 points now. Mission's Harrell with 11. So those two players going back and forth. That was Nate Rateau with a beautiful feed inside for Lee School. Corner three, well off the mark that time for Mission. Rebound. Now comes down to Desmond Bellot. Bellot thought about a three. Rateau off the up fake. Fancy finish that doesn't go down for Rateau. Quickly up the floor, they go to Habalis, and he's rejected that time
good
by Desmond Bellot.
Yeah, that was well timed. Watch this block. That time he avoided any kind of contact to make a clean play.
Carroll. Beautiful move to the bucket by the big fella. Carroll now with 13 points to lead all scorers.
Well, we talked about stats with Chuck, and Carroll actually leads the team and did pretty much all the stats. That time Benjamin got himself lost on the baseline with the easy layup.
Yeah, AJ finding Benjamin off the nice cut. Both these teams moving the basketball beautifully.
This second half much smoother. Oh, nice pass there.
Another nice feed inside, and that time it's Lassant with the conversion.
Any kind of dribble drive is opening up teammates for both sides.
Jay Jones with a nice feed. Jones now with 4 assists on the night. AJ, nice up and under.
Use that length on that one. Fake and then give you that little baby hook.
Are we sure these guys are 15 and under, not the 18 and under? Deep three that time from Habalis, and he's not able to hit that one. 4-point lead for Lee School, and they're coming back for more. Unable to convert that time was Robinson, but Lee School gets it right back. Rateau. Count the hoop and the harm for Nate Rateau. What a fancy finish.
Tell you, put the spin on the ball, and then the rim is your friends. I like the pace up there. The pace of this game is unbelievable. I mean, they're going up and down. This is actually, watch this, a lot of spin on the ball, up and under, and the spin allows the rim to make it a basket.
Was unable to convert the three-point play. But still a 6-point lead now for Lee School, just under 9 minutes left to go. Harrell guarded up top by AJ. Harrell on the drive. Gets it to go off the window.
I tell you, use that left shoulder to clear himself and bank it home.
Rateau pull-up jumper. Well short on that one. Lee School looking for a foul. Stolen away that time. Benjamin back down the other end.
Hey, good job that time defensively to stay with it, to get that steal and give Benjamin the easy layup.
Back to a 6-point lead for Lee School. Lassant on the drive. Boy, both Lassant and Harrell are finding that lane wide open on that right side.
Yeah, we delay a game on Mission after that. After that hoop, they sort of slapped the ball away.
Yeah, usually the first time it's a warning. Second time, that's going to be a tech.
So this second half is much smoother. I mean, these kids really got warmed up. Around the baseline, looking inside.
Steal from Harrell that time. Everybody moving a little too fast for Mission on that possession.
Gotta wonder if the ball might be a little wet, actually, because both plays on that just had to slip out of their hands.
Three ball on the way, and good.
Nothing but net
for Desmond Bellot. Knocking down the trifecta. Extends the Lee School lead to 7. Bellot now with 8 points. Harrell unable to hit that jumper. Mission stays with it. They get it into Harrell, who's able to score inside. Just when you think,
good hustle to get that steal from Mission.
Just when you think the Lee School is going to go on a run, Mission comes right back. Harrell now with 17 points to lead all scorers.
Back to a 5-point game.
Benjamin tries a runner. Short with that one. Harrell with the rebound. Cam Haley trying to set things up for Mission.
Big fella's back in Idada after a good rest. Benjamin played well while he was out there, running that baseline, scoring a couple of hoops.
Good swing for Mission. 3 is short that time.
But a dribbling violation is going to turn the ball back over to Mission.
.15 left to go here in regulation. 5-point lead for Lee School.
This could easily be a playoff preview, possible matchup.
Wallace, nice feed inside. And it's Jay Jones able to convert.
Make that pass.
That's right.
Beautiful pass.
Back to a 3-point lead for Lee School.
Can AJ run the baseline?
3 ball off the mark that time. Both teams chasing after the loose ball. Beautiful drive and finish that time
that one in.
by Jamari Robinson.
Again, nice spin again by Robinson. The Lee School has scored so many baseline drives that the guards now can go for the shot when they're driving.
Idada gets it out quickly.
Yeah, you need to lay that one down.
Quickly back up the floor to Harrell, who gets the layup. So Mission again cuts it back down to 3, coming up on 4 minutes left.
Definitely a 4-point swing.
Idada gets his shot deflected. Harrell with the rebound.
The travel there, guys. I wasn't sure they were going to call that little slide from the back foot, but they did.
It's funny, some refs call that, some don't, and it's
a matter of, you know why?
Because it's technically a travel.
Yeah, but did he create an advantage? So that seems to be, but again, that decision's made in a matter of 2 seconds.
Three ball on the way and buried that time from Nate Rateau.
I said the wing jumper and the baseline jumper are still open. Now defensively, both teams have done a better job closing out. That time, good job by Ratenda to decide to get the ball and have it in his mind. If the guy doesn't close out on me, I'm letting it go.
Our sideline reporter Seth Orensky has an update. Seth, what's happening?
Thanks, guys. This is a summer league game, but it doesn't feel like it. Between Eric Bradshaw and Chuck Davis having coached against each other for so long, a lot of these players playing against each other for so long, and this very vocal crowd on both sides, it almost feels like a state playoff game. Every single basket is being celebrated. Every single call the referees are getting A little bit of chatter from both coaches, from both benches, and both benches have really shortened. We're down to 6-7 player rotations. These last 5 minutes are going to be fascinating because we could easily see these teams play again later on, potentially in the city playoffs as they try to win a city championship here at the 15 and under level. Guys?
Seth, thank you so much. Good point by him, too. A lot of coaches, especially in tight games, will shorten up their bench later on in the game. And you actually see it a lot in the NBA, especially in the playoffs. They sort of shorten their bench to 7, maybe sometimes even 6.
I'm really glad that no one's in foul trouble, so none of these key guys will be forced out of the game.
I believe AJ, Aniset Dibanasta, might have 3. So he's still got a couple to play with there. But everybody else, I believe, has 2 or less. Tabales all lost it on the baseline as AJ is able to come up with a steal.
Yeah, a strip from behind by Bellot. Opposite corner's going to be open. The dot is going to pop down to the baseline.
Tried to feed it inside to the big fella, and that's going to go back to Mission.
He was anticipating the data continuing to the baseline.
Got to think Mission's got to get a basket on this possession.
Yep.
Down by 6 with just over 2 minutes left to go.
Got to look for Harrell.
And that's going to be a foul that time on Bellot. So Jamari Antoine's going to head to the free throw line.
Yeah, Lee School actually closed off the drive, but going up, you got him in the forearm. So got a chance for 2 shots. 2 minutes straight up to go. Last 2 minutes stop time.
And Antoine cannot hit the first, just rattled out. This is where going to the free throw line helps you in BNBL. Earlier, it would hurt you if you're down. But like you mentioned, Alan, stop time at 2 minutes.
Stop time makes a big difference. See, Mission's going to be forced to foul pretty soon.
5-point lead for Lee School.
With no shot clock, Eric Bradshaw have his kids just kill the time. So at some point, Chet's going to have to tell his team to slide up to man and go for the basketball.
AJ trying for a 3. A little push that time by Adada, but he was able to get away with it. And that's a block inside that time by Jay Jones. Here comes Mission. 1:20 left to go, down by 5. Harrell trying a crazy shot that time, a little off balance.
I'll tell you, it's one of the few forced shots he's taken the whole game, but down to a minute to go, he got no choice.
Now Mission fouls with a minute left.
I really think Chuck wanted him to foul in the last sequence.
You're right. I think he did too.
And they had to get lucky because you had Lee School, take a contested layup. But still 5-point game. I mean, 5-point, that's basically 2 possessions.
You got to hope for Lee School to miss at least 1 free throw to keep it a 2-possession game to start. And then you'll see what Mission does back down the other end.
I was really surprised they really didn't go directly to Harrell. I mean, Jalen has carried them through this comeback of theirs. And like that last time he was forced to take that shot, that was as close as he gotten in a couple of possessions. So we'll have to, like you just said, it's going to come down to these free throws, obviously. If Lee School can bury these, that'll put them in good position.
So we'll see what Mission
attempts
to do here after.
Well, Mission's going to have to.
They see what happens with the free throw.
I think Chuck's doing 2 things. He's writing up the offense. I'm sure they're going to try to get back to that baseline 3-pointer for Harrell, or a drive from Harrell to stop the clock and make some free throws. And then defensively, he's telling them, listen, go for the steal. If you don't get the steal, you got to foul. So we're down to 59 seconds.
So Lee School not in the bonus yet.
Okay, so this
Mission's
is
going to have to foul again.
This is better than for Mission. You go for the steal, you can't get it, and then you get a foul.
AJ didn't need to take that shot, but then got the offensive rebound, and that's going to be a travel.
Yeah, but that's what drives coaches crazy. You didn't have to even go anywhere. Just get the ball and find an open teammate. Instead, you get a little slippery floor, you get a travel violation, you turn the ball over. Mission's got to score right here, preferably a 3.
3-ball on the way and buried that time from Jamari Antoine. Cuts it down to 2 with 27 seconds left to go.
And I'll tell you, Pat, he had the opportunity to swing it to Harold, who was open in the corner, but Antoine decided, I'm going to make this one.
That's right. He had his eyes on the rim and did a beautiful job knocking that down.
To his left, he had a wide open teammate, but give him credit, he buried that one.
So Antoine cuts the lead down to 2, 27 seconds left to go here in the second half. Lee School on top. They have the basketball. We don't know how many team fouls there are for Mission right now. If they have 6, you just commit the foul. It's a 1-and-1. We'll see how many they have because they didn't have they weren't in the bonus yet.
Right. Yeah.
Coming out of that timeout.
At this point, they have the quickness out there to defend and go for a steal. But I'm sure Chuck is telling them, listen, this is how many seconds you have to get a steal. If you don't get the steal, then we foul. But I think he does want to give his team a chance to go for the steal. You see Silvers, yeah. You got 3 guards out there. So they're gonna be attacking the ball.
Full court press here for Team Mission. And one of the referees checking the scorer's table.
Yeah, Mike Smoot wants to be on top of what the team fouls are because Chuck from Mission is going to need every second he can get since they're still behind. They're going to have to foul. I mean, Lee School has a out-of-bounds play set up right now to get the ball to one of their better free throw shooters. I'm
not sure what Eric Bradshaw is arguing. It can't be the amount of team fouls because the refs don't have control over that.
Right.
That's the scorer's
unless
table.
He's saying there's a mistake at the table, which he might think there's a mistake at the table. There might have been some different information from the last possession. That happens sometimes with the coaches.
Out of the timeout. Mission can't get the steal, so they commit the foul.
It's going to be the hold. Yeah, nice double team, though.
Right, so that might be just 16 fouls there. Get it to Adadu. They trap Adadu there. And that time it's a jump ball, and that's going to go back to Mission. That might have been what they were arguing. Yeah. Bradshaw probably thought it was going to be Lee School's ball.
Oh, okay.
And Chuck Davis asked the table who's got possession next.
Well, you see the big fella getting tied up. Good job by Harold.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're going to give it back to Lee School. So Lee School does get possession after the jump ball.
Well, there's still 18 seconds, so the defense is still in play. But again, give yourself 4 or 5 seconds to commit the foul.
That looks like a travel possibly from Lee School. Mission's got a foul. They do. They do call the traveling violation. That time.
Okay, 13 seconds to go.
Yeah, Jamari Robinson, he traveled. We see if we can get a replay, guys. If not, no worries. But it looked like he definitely took an extra step. You know, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was close.
Yeah.
He kind of pushed the ball out. It was almost a double dribble because he pushed the ball out with 2 hands and then
That
grabbed the ball back. That was
may have
close
been the
though.
call, but they did call travel.
I think he only took 2 steps. Guys, I don't know if we can take one more look at that. And maybe a little slower if you can.
See, I think the problem that Eric has is that it looked like it was a travel when he first got it. That wasn't called, but when he did it, right here.
1,
yeah, that's a travel
2.
there. But that's not called. Now, when he stops, that's when the travel's called. Now, right here, he stops once, he has a pivot foot.
Oh, he's moving both feet, though.
Yeah, he slid.
That's
okay.
the better call. Okay,
so he slid his foot.
That's the travel right there. My mistake.
Okay, so Mission got 13 seconds to figure out a play to tie the game or possibly take the lead. Now, they've actually shot threes pretty well. Antoine just made that big one to get them within 2. Harrell, we've seen him shoot the threes all night. So Mission definitely has some good options here.
Heck of a job by our replay op, Andrew Bergeron on the truck getting that replay
see that,
for us.
that double replay. I like that one.
Looked really good.
That reminds me of the football games now.
That's right. Getting amped up for the fall. Can't believe that's on the horizon. All right, here we go.
Mission trying to tie it up or take the lead.
They've been arguing over timeouts over there, so that's what's been talked about. But it's a steal by Lee School, and then Mission fouls. So that was Jamari Robinson who came up with the big steal for Lee School.
Strip.
So Mission's got to hope. This must be a 1-and-1 now.
Oh, he just misplayed it. Actually, Antoine had it. It slipped off his hand.
So as we mentioned before, the coaches were actually discussing how many timeouts each team had left. That's what the argument was.
Okay, so now
Lee School's going to take it out of bounds, so it's not at 7 fouls yet. I could have sworn that Lee School, or rather Mission, had committed that many fouls this half so far, but
okay, you got Mission putting some more size in the game. They've got to have rebounds because they're definitely going to foul. So Lewisson comes back in. Edric to help on the rebounding.
just for everybody's info, Mission has 1 timeout left. Lee School has 0. Lee School throws it in the backcourt that time, and again, that's a foul by Cam Haley. So that's got to be free throws. Did they not have a foul before the last couple of minutes?
Must be next one.
Must, it's got to be. Now it'll be a 1-on-1. So Desmond Bellot heading to the free throw line. He has been 4 for 4 from the charity stripe so far tonight. So Lee School is definitely happy to see him there. Although these free throws are a little different with 6 seconds left and a 2-point lead than earlier in the game.
Very different.
But Bellot, as we've seen, good free throw shooters. We'll see if he can convert 2 here for Lee School. If he only makes 1, Mission will have a shot. Mission still with 1 timeout. Lee School with 0. Knocks down the first. He can ice the game with this free throw here. I'm not sure what that was just about.
Chuck's calling a timeout, but I think the player already had the ball. We got 6 seconds, 6.7 seconds. We have a 3-point game right now. This is the biggest free throw, obviously. If he makes this, it's a 4-point game. If he misses it, that gives Mission 6 seconds to get down court and jack up a 3.
Bellot knocks down both. 2 massive free throws for Lee School. Mission's got to score quickly to have any type of chance. They don't need a 3. That one doesn't go down, and the Lee School hangs on to win 48-44. Tremendous game here at the Tobin Community Center.
Hey,
between these two teams.
Right down to the wire. Yeah.
Fantastic game between both these squads, and as we mentioned, Mission came into this game undefeated, so that breaks their undefeated streak. Lee School avenges their blowout loss from earlier in the season. And boy, both these teams, though, played fantastic throughout the game. They moved the ball well. There were excellent passes. Players were hitting threes, going to the basket. It was just a really well-played game.
Especially that second half. That second half was really sharp. I mean, both teams on offense, defense saw some nice block shots. We got some good on-the-ball defense. Excellent shooting under pressure, like you mentioned before.
Right.
Those last 2 free throws obviously iced it, but even before that, a low-scoring game relatively because of the defense. But then, like you said, 2 coaches, long-standing rivals, and this is the kind of game you get.
No question. You see Lee School and Mission, you know it's going to be a good one, and we had that here tonight. Folks, we're going to head to break. When we come back, we'll have our Game of the Week player of the game, along with the game-winning coach and our final stats here from the Tobin Community Center right after these messages. Don't go away.
I never graduated from high school. I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber.
Breathe right into your foot.
Your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Each year, there are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
All right, Monroe, you ready? Monroe. Here we go, the butterfly. Ready? Ooh.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table.
I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Imagine being fired because of who you love. Imagine being denied medical treatment because of who you marry. Imagine being evicted because of who you are. Millions of Americans don't have to imagine this. They have to live it. Because in 30 states, it's legal to discriminate against LGBT people.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to the Tobin Community Center in Mission Hill. At the conclusion of game of the week, the Lee School took down Mission 48-44. And we mentioned the team basketball that both these teams played throughout this game. But 2 players that really stuck out for the Lee School. It was AJ, the big fella, and then also Desmond Bellot, who hit those 2 clutch
free throws at the end.
End of the game. Those 2 guys are our players of the game tonight, players plural, for the Lee School. They are with our sideline reporter, Seth Orensky. Seth, take it away.
Joined by the first of our 2 MVPs, Desmond Bellot. Desmond, 10 points, but 6 of 6 from the free throw line. What was going through your head when you stepped to the line, 6 seconds left, and it's a 2-point lead at that point?
I knew my team needed me, and I needed to make both of them, because if I missed one, then they could have came back and hit a 3, so I was just focused and locked in on that.
This is a rivalry between these 2 groups. We've seen you guys at 13, 15, 18 under over the years. What did it mean when they blew you out the last time? How much more emphasis was there on putting up a good performance, getting that victory, getting a little bit of revenge?
I think last time, since we lost, we had more to prove, so that we came out with more energy. So that helped a lot with our win.
How much did it help to get some of your big guys back? Last time you didn't have a full team. Today you had guys like AJ and Osa were able to rebound a little bit better.
Last time, yeah, like you said, we didn't have all of our team, which is small guards. So this time it was a big help because, as you can see, we had like a lot of rebounds compared to last time. And if they weren't there, then we definitely would have won.
Well, congratulations on a great performance.
Thank you.
We'll bring in AJ Davansa. And AJ, you weren't here last time, but Coach clearly kind of had a message for you guys early. You needed to play with more heart. You needed to do better rebounding. You got off to a slow start, and then you and a couple other teammates started attacking. How much more confidence did that give you guys after that slow start offensively?
We knew we had a slow start, so attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line was a big help. If you attack, we can't be just jacking up shots, so getting to the line really would help.
This is a 15 and under team, but you're still showing a lot of leadership. You're talking in every huddle. You're the guy who's kind of giving the message to the team. Where does that come from? Why do you feel like you need to be a vocal leader?
No one else talks on my team, so I feel like I got to be the one, to talk. So direct traffic. That's about it.
And kind of an unsung hero, and that you were the guy inbounding the ball. You knew they were trying to get the steal. You knew you were trying to get the tie-up. What are you looking for in that situation when all it takes is one turnover to potentially get them back in the game?
I trust my teammates that can catch the ball. I did a lot of those passes before, so I know they can catch the ball, and I know what their spots can be. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on a great game. We'll send it back to the table.
Thanks so much, Seth. And both those guys clearly very, very humble and very much appreciate their teammates. It was interesting that AJ just mentioned, how much that there's not really a lot of vocal leaders on the team, so he felt like he had to step up and be that vocal leader.
Well, and it is good because, like you say, he wasn't here the last game, so he sort of feels a little more emotion possibly to help make this a win. He did everything. He rebounded, he ran the floor, hit some three-point shots, drove to the basket. So you're right. When the teammates see that he's using his height and length, to an advantage to help lead them, it's easier for them to follow along.
Yeah, it's a good point because now knowing that they were missing their two big guys against this Mission team, that's not huge, but, Harrell, their biggest player, had an awesome game, and you could see how that would be an advantage for Mission the first time around.
And it's always tough for a team like Mission to bounce back from a blowout. I mean, they understand that there were some players missing on Lee School the first time around, but still, they knew they won. So they want to try to duplicate it, and they had plenty of chances. Missed a couple of key free throws, couple of fouls, traveling calls. So then that last turnover at the end, that was a real killer.
That's right. Yeah. Certainly a backbreaker there for that turnover, but excellent matchup between these two teams. We might see these players again, these two teams again, maybe down the road in a couple of weeks, possibly in the championships. We'll see how it goes. But interesting one here tonight. Fantastic job by the Lee School. We're going to take a look at our final stats before we sign off here from the Tobin Community Center. And first up, it's going to be Mission.
Yeah, Mission. We talked about Harrell. Ended up with 19 points. Good game all around. He also rebounded pretty well. Antoine with 7 points, including that big three that brought the team within two with less than a minute to go. Harrell also had eight rebounds. Jones with 7 rebounds. Jones from the backcourt, 4 assists, and Haley with a couple of assists for Mission.
Let's take a look at the Lee School's final
Lee School,
stats.
the big fella Radada really got going in the beginning of the second half. Ended up with 12 points, and one of our MVPs, AJ, ended up with 11 points. Dada also had 7 rebounds, and AJ had 5 assists. We had 4 assists between Rateau and Robinson. So a lot of one-on-one, but even at 15 and under, Pat, you have that kind of skill and talent.
That's
right.
So
a lot of times coaches will set up situations for those players to get to the basket.
No question, and we saw that a lot tonight. Both teams shared the basketball so well. You didn't see big assist numbers, but I'm sure there was a lot of hockey assists and a lot of players who got different assists.
Good point. Very good point.
And that was a lot of fun to see. Really good team basketball, despite being a rec league and these teams not practicing as much as, say, a high school team. So
practice?
A lot of fun
summertime? No.
Right. They're just trying to get all the games
There's
in.
a few other things to do in the summertime besides practice. It's tough enough to get to the games.
I know. Absolutely. Sometimes we see, as we saw, the two big fellas weren't able to make it last time. So they were this time, and that's why Lee School was able to win by 4 over Mission. Folks, we want to thank you so much for joining us this week on Game of the Week. If you want to watch this game again, you can certainly go to our website, www.boston.gov/cable. All the games from this past season are up on that site. All the games from high school football season, the fall 2 season they had in the spring, high school basketball season, all that stuff is up there. So make sure you scroll down, click on Game of the Week. It'll route you to our library. You can choose from any of those games you want. You can also follow us on social media. You can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/GameOfTheWeekBoston. We've got a lot of good stuff up on that site, including the links that you can watch the game live from or after the fact up on that site. And also has updates on which games we're going to be covering in the future, including the BNBL championships in just a couple of weeks. Finally, you can follow us on Twitter at Boston City TV. And if you want to tweet at us, use the hashtag BostonGOW. We tweet out all of our live links and updates on what games we're going to be covering as well. So make sure you follow us there. Thank you so much for joining us again here, folks. I want to again thank our crew who's doing a fantastic job throughout this season. It's not super hot out, but it is muggy, and it's very muggy in the gym.
Yeah.
So our crew is doing a fantastic job. Appreciate you guys as always. We'll see you next time on Game of the Week. Have a good night, everybody.